Episode 8. I think I said that last time would be the last episode of the session, but I wanted to find a better stopping point. So I think I'll go on for one more episode and try to engineer a better stopping point. Hopefully that'll happen naturally with the end of this guy's questline. The brass blades of the rose have need of your assistance once more, Komori. Thaumaturges from the ossuary are presently surveying the footfalls of ancient relics, or for ancient relics. As the area is rife with wild beasts, the Horizon garrison has been charged with their security. But Captain Baldwin has sent only a handful of brass blades. Despite his assurances to the contrary, such a small unit cannot possibly be sufficient to protect our patrons. I would have you offer your assistance to my comrades. Pray travel to the footfalls and speak with Totaruna. Footfalls. Ah, further in. How is our gear? We took some hits there. I guess that doesn't matter until later on in the leveling. I've been here before, but I don't think I ever admired the beauty the way I do now, staring at it from ground level. That and there was the graphics update, which probably makes this place look significantly better. A bleeding venturer, come to help. I ain't heard nothing from Captain Baldwin about this. He said trusted men only. Any road, we've got this under control, and besides, this operation ain't got nothing to do with the Fulpa. Boy's got a stick up his arse the size of a sabatender. It's no wonder the captain told him to stay at Horizon. Ah, right, we're turning in the quest. So we'll switch to this class. Why can I not? Oh, I have to pick an option. Oh, the double experience does apply to quest rewards. I did not realize that. I guess we'll take the staff, just to increase our DPS. Hey, adventurer. Mind running a message to Crescent Cove for us? Captain Baldwin's planning some festivities for the thaumaturges, see? And he wants them treated to the finest food and drink. Nothing but the best for our distinguished guests, eh? Head west and south to the village and tell Raph that he's to deliver a bounty, a fresh fish to Horizon for the feast. Some thaumaturge elite have been poking around the ruins. Waste of time if you ask me. But to each his own, I suppose. So long as they don't get in the way of us doing real work. Good luck fishing with all that. It's interesting to me that that lighthouse is a place not far from where we are, where we can actually be in the same map. But from this perspective, it feels really distant. I guess I never really appreciated the size of a realm reborn until I actually came back to it now. Fresh fish for Captain Baldwin? Of course, of course. We will do our best, madam. Unfortunately, we've had a poor catch in recent days, on account of the rough seas. More boats should be returning soon, but I cannot promise that their catch will please. But don't worry, milady. The captain will have his fish, I swear it. Right. Gotta get used to switching classes when I turn in quests. And once again, the story points us to the next closest person that has a quest above them, with no real connection to the previous quest, other than proximity. You are an adventurer, are you not? I know this is sudden, but I have no one else to turn to. Last night a gang of bandits arrived from Quiver and Mons with... A gang of bandits from the Quiver and Mons were in their cups, and I overheard them discussing their plans. It seems they've come to collect gemstones stolen from Copperbell mines. Nashachite, I think I heard one say. They are to meet with their co-conspirators soon at the Footfalls. What did you say? You following us? Illicit exchanges and shadowy dealings. The brass blades cannot abide such malfeasance. Forgive my eavesdropping, Komori. I came to Crescent Cove merely to thank you in person. I never imagined I'd uncover a criminal conspiracy right outside of Horizon's gates. We must act quickly if we are to apprehend these thieves. I will notify Captain Baldwin at once. No, wait, you mustn't... Oh, gods. You must stop him before it's too late. Captain Baldwin himself is working with the bandits. Drama and intrigue. Please, ma'am, don't mind my brother. He doesn't mean what he says. He's touched, you see, and... Oh, you're an adventurer. I thought you were one of them bandits. God forbid they hear the things my brother says about them. I guess this changes a little bit later on in other expansions, but usually when you talk to someone after they give you a quest, they have a little bit more to add on to it. It seems like in A Realm Reborn, the NPCs only have the dialogue that they're set to say when you walk up to them unprovoked. Captain Baldwin, sir, I discovered something shocking, something horrible. Someone has been stealing gemstones from Copperbell mines and... Wait, those gauntlets, those boots. Why, you're one of Quiveron's men. Sir, that man is a thief and a scoundrel. And, what of it? His coin's good, and that's what counts. What, Captain Baldwin, are you working with these men? It cannot be. I told you to stay in Horizon for Fulpa. It didn't have to be like this. They'd get their Nashitite, I'd get my Gil, and none would be the wiser. But, sir, what if your crimes are uncovered? What if Lord Lolorito finds out? You goddamn fool, don't you see? I am acting under the authority of Lord Lolorito himself. No, no, that can't be true. Why do you think people join the Brass Blades for Fulpa? To serve and protect? Huh. We're not the bloody flames here. We do this for the coin. You there, adventurer? Do you remember me? Well, I remember you. So we didn't kill him. I am Sir Baron von Quiveron Force the Esquire. Let me try that again. Sir Baron von Quiveron the Force, Esquire. You killed my brother, and now I'm going to return the favor. Okay, so we did kill the other guy. Oh, we're just wading through the water, huh? Well, that settles it. It's clearly in everyone's best interest that both of you die. We'll start with the captain. I see we're being healed by Fulpa. I was worried for a moment. Hopefully we can DPS this guy down before Fulpa dies. Well, thanks to Fulpa's healing, we made it through unscathed. That's enough, Baldwin. Your partner is dead and your plans are undone. You've no reason left to fight. Stay out of this, Leofric. I don't take orders from you. I may have spared your life before, but if you interfere, I will not show you mercy. And what mercy will he show you, I wonder? You who have done so much in another man's name. What are you blathering on about? Every fisherman in Crescent Cove knew about your meeting, you arrogant fool. Quiveron's men couldn't keep their mouths shut. Imagine Lord Lolorito's surprise when he learned that a rank-and-file brass blade was using his name to advance a personal agenda. He knows? 7 hells. But I'm a captain, he wouldn't. I was once a captain too, remember? And we both know what happened to me. Well fought, boy. You've done the brass blades of the Rose proud. Captain Leofric, Captain Baldwin, he said that Lord Lolorito wouldn't waste his time on a small-scale smuggling operation. This is all Baldwin's doing. What else did he say? That all our brethren are no better, and that each and every one cares for naught but coin? Huh. Mere excuses to justify his schemes. Aye, we've no shortage of greedy sods. Some who'd probably sell their own mothers into slavery if the price was right. But there are men like you, Fafulpa, men good and true, whom the small folk respect. Which is why I gave you the dagger. The brass blades of the rose need a leader with honor, and you're the most honorable man I know. Captain. Thank you for all your help, Komori. The captain and I will escort Captain Baldwin back to Horizon. Pray visit me in town when you next return. I don't feel like walking, so we'll go ahead and spend the guild to teleport. We don't have much to go around, but I think we can sell some of the items we have, just for teleportation money. Shop sell items. Welcome back, Komori. So much has happened. Captain, Baldwin has been arrested and stripped of rank, which means the brass blades of the rose no longer have a captain. Until a new one is designated, I've been ordered to serve as acting captain of the Horizon Garrison. Though doubtlessly this is only a temporary arrangement, I will do my utmost to represent my brethren and protect the people of Horizon. Thank you, Komori. For your service to the Sultanate, you are a true hero. And again. Need to get the experience here. I did think I was going to level up the classes, or level up my other class, when there was a difference of 10 levels between them, but looking at how close these levels are to my highest level class, I should probably switch back and forth between them, depending on what's the lowest. I salute you, honored friend. As acting captain, I should be much obliged if you would grant me a personal request. In our efforts to ascertain the full extent of the former captain's corruption, we have been poring over his personal correspondence. Our search unearths this sealed letter addressed to a man named Owen. Owen? Oh, Owen. Owen. But he is one of the Sultan's sworn elite. I can think of no reason why he should have any dealings with Baldwin. We now know that the former captain was consorting with a coalition of criminals. Could it be that Owen was too? This letter may well serve as evidence of their collusion, and so I dare not tamper with it myself. But given the events of recent days, I knew not whom to trust with this information until now. I have chosen you, Komori. Pray bear the letter to Mistress Momodi of the Quicksand and relate the circumstances of its discovery. Not only is she a staunch supporter of the Sultana, but she is well acquainted with the Sultan's sworn. She'll know how best to proceed. I think Komori is keen on tattling on someone and watching them reap their own downfall. Go ahead and teleport back to Ul'dah directly. And before that, we'll go ahead and turn in the Thaumaturge quest. Aha. You arrive before me upright and breathing. Wonderful. It is so much simpler to pose questions to a student without having to resort to necromantic divination. Tell me, Komori, what action would you take if you found your thaumaturgical endurance exhausted in the midst of battle? Brandish my scepter as a club does seem more in line with her melee origins. Yes, the scepter is certainly a lethal instrument of death. Your death, you valorous fool! Remember the first chapter. We do not close the distance with our enemies. And we certainly do not hit them with our finely crafted tools of thaumaturgy. Pray consider replenishing your energies with a vial of ether before humiliating yourself in melee combat. Ah, ether, the draught of the gods. We thaumaturges, indeed any who practice the arts of arcane manipulation, value this substance above all others. Thus it was with unbridled fury that we received the most recent report of beastmen activity. It seems an Amaljar raiding party has attacked a caravan on the trade routes and made off with an entire crate of precious ether. The time has come for you to put your new knowledge to the test. Annihilate these Amalja bandits and retrieve the cargo of ether-filled vials. According to the report, their armored war transport was last spotted to the south of Drybone. Ah, and I believe Kokobuki has an additional request. While you are busy incinerating Amalja, be sure to collect some samples of their blood, assuming you can draw any from their smoking remains. I thought we were turning in the quest, but I guess there's a bit more to it. We'll have to do that later, I think. What is the level of this quest anyway? 10. Since we're turning in the quest. Ah, Komori, it's been too long. Dadanen tells me you've been keeping busy in Horizon. I want you to know that I'm grateful for everything you've done for the people of Ul'dah. Even though you've seen the seedier side of our city, you've continued to help your fellow man. Believe me, the folk around here love you for it. What is it? You look like you've got something to say. So that's what this is about. If Volp was thinking Owen might be in league with Baldwin, that this letter could be proof of something shady. Well, he needn't worry. Owen's as loyal as a Sultan Sworn as I've ever known. I haven't the foggiest what this says, but... Wait a minute. Wasn't Owen the one who... Oh hells. I've got a bad feeling about this. Listen, Komori. I think I know what this is all about, but I need you to swear to keep quiet. Keep it quiet. If you'd rather wash your hands of this business, I won't hold it against you. But if you're determined to see it through to the bitter end, say the word and I'll explain. Can I count on your discretion, Komori? If so, then listen closely. The outside world believes Ul'dah to be a sultanate, ruled by the Sultana, Nanamo ul Namo. Truth is, though, it's the 6 wealthiest citizens that hold the most sway, the Syndicate. Be that as it may, the Sultana still got the support of the people. But she might struggle to keep even that if a certain incident becomes public knowledge. In the background. It pains me to say it, but Her Grace's crown, the symbol of the royal dynasty, has been stolen. And Owen's the Sultan sworn who was charged with guarding it that night. I'd bet anything this letter was written by the bastards who made off with the crown. It can't be a coincidence that a man we know to have been fraternizing with the thieves had a letter for Owen of all people, at this of all times. You need to take this to the man himself, Komoy. Tell him Momodi sent you, and that it concerns a lost heirloom. If it looks as though the fellow needs help, I want you to lend it to him. The future of our fair city may depend on it. The heart of the sworn lies beyond. State your business. Pardon? Did you say a lost heirloom? Ahem. Proceed. I don't think I've ever been here. In my other character, my main. Probably related to only this quest, or maybe the Paladin quest as well. Well met, adventurer. What business brings you here this day? A letter? Very well, let's see it. Have you read this, adventurer? Komori isn't keen on reading things. I see, but you have some inkling as to its contents, I think. Mistress Momodi has doubtless explained to you the significance of the crown, and what its loss could mean for Her Grace the Sultana. This theft shames the Sultan sworn, and me most of all. The blame is mine, you see. I grew lax in my duties, and in a moment of carelessness... No, it will do no good to recount the tale now. Since the hour of the theft, we've searched frantically for any signs. Any whispers as to the whereabouts of the crown, we have found nothing. The identity of the thieves and their motives seemed fated to remain a mystery, until you arrived, bearing this ransom note. In it, the criminals state their price for the return of Her Grace's crown. And though it pains me to say it, I fear I have no choice but to acquiesce to their demands. Too much is at stake to do otherwise. The crown symbolizes Her Grace's birthright, and identifies her as the custodian of the old legacy. It must be recovered. I will travel to the unholy heir and pay them their ransom. Though I am not foolish enough to meet these men alone as they stipulate, I dare not bring a host of my comrades lest the thieves take fright. Friend, would you consent to be present at the exchange? Mistress Momodi has always spoken of you in most glowing terms, and I have never yet had reason to question her judgment. On behalf of all those still loyal to the Sultana, I beseech you, help us in our hour of need. How far out is that? think we can finish up over there before we wrap up. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And we're going straight into the duty. I've come as agreed. Now show me the crown. Aye, you'll have your precious crown, once we've been duly compensated. Do you think me a fool? What assurance have I that you will honor your part of the agreement? Now, Owen, you're the least trustworthy man here. Not only was the crown stolen under your watch, but it looks to me as if you violated the terms of our exchange. Did we not say that you were to come alone? And given that you are not alone, what guarantee have we that there isn't a company of archers surrounding us even as we speak, ready to feather me and my men the moment they catch a glimpse of the crown? You've made a mock of our trust. The deal is off. Wait, here's your payment, as promised. Aye, 'tis the real thing. Ha. 1,000 thanks to you, boy. You've succeeded where scores of thieves have failed. And now at long last we have it. The power to create an army of undying soldiers the traitors spurn. No, it can't be. What have I done? Surely you must have wondered what it was that you were handing over? What it was that seemed valuable to us as the crown seemed to you? Or did you assume we were feeling charitable? Ah, but you must feel terrible, knowing that you've brought us the doom of Silde. Worry not, boy. We'll grant you a quick death and spare you further ignominy. Not sure I can handle all of those guys. There's too many, Komori. Run while you still can. I will do my duty. It's your duty to serve the Sultana, lad, and you'll be doing it for a good while yet. Sultan sworn, put these thieves to the sword and secure the crown. Sultan sworn? Huh, no matter. Kill them all. Colleen seems to be in a rough state. Bit of a chaotic fight. This guy's getting a lot of healing. Ah, I should have taken out this guy first. Had a bit of trouble keeping track of that. Master Papashan? But why? How? The general saw you sneak into the vault, Sowen. He suspected something was afoot and ordered us to keep an eye on you. The Flame General? He ordered you to look after me. Master Papashan, more of them to the north. After them, Sultan Sworn, they have the crown. This lot sought only to delay us. Let us speak again back in the city. The source of her strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. That one looks tougher than the one we fought. Your very being imperils the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. If it's just one enemy, I think I can keep track of it better. Unfortunately, it's two. Should we focus on the gargoyle first, or the masked mage? Oh. I wasn't expecting Thancred's help. Not sure why the masked mage was hanging back. That the wisdom of the Paragons should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons? This is indeed a disturbing revelation. We have long suspected the involvement of the Bringers of Chaos, Ascians, to give them their true name. But we could not be sure that they were responsible for the recent disturbances until now, as if the Sultanate needed any more enemies. Have we Charlians crossed paths with Ascians before? Well, we've certainly... Wait, I don't recall telling you about my homeland. Ah, yes, that's right. You're one of the gifted. Yes, Komori is built different. You know, this marks the third time I found you in the midst of trouble. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're a lodestone for it. Anyway, I'm glad I started following you around. Who knows what grand conspiracy you'll stumble upon next. I jest. Had I truly been watching your every move, I wouldn't have taken so long to intervene in your latest altercation. But all's well that ends well, eh? Our masked friend is no more, and while I very much doubt we've seen the last of his kind, his demise will likely grant us at least some respite. And on that note, I must away. Until next time, Komori. Everyone is waiting for you, adventurer. You have my thanks, Komori, for helping defend Her Grace's good name, and for sparing the Sultan Sworn further dishonor. I believe Master Papashan would like to thank you personally. Does it surprise you to see me dressed so, Komori? I was once a Sultan Sworn, you know, though it's been 15 years since I put down my sword and took up the role of Station Master. It is a capacity in which I am no less proud to serve, lest you doubt. Whenever Her Grace ventures outside the gates, I have the honor of protecting her person. Never before had I seen her so despondent as when news of the crown's theft reached her ears. but thanks to your valiant efforts, she has returned to her former vibrant self. You have the gratitude of every Sultan Sworn, Komori.
Exalted vessel of Nalthal, guardian of Thanalan, 17th ascendant to the throne of Uldar, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ulnamo presides.
Long live Nanamo!
Long live
Glory
Nanamo!
to the
Glory
Sultana!
to the Sultana!
Forever may she
Forever
reign!
may she reign!
They regaled me with tales of a champion amongst champions, one whose tireless service to the crown merited the highest honor we might bestow. Never did it occur to me that it might be you. Bring it forth! Betokening our gratitude and esteem, I, Nanamo Ulnamo, Sultana of Uldar, confer upon you this gift. Reborn,
Your Grace,
see to it that our champion is my personal guest at the banquet.
as you command, Your Grace. If what they say is true, Uldar owes you a great debt. I am Reborn al-Din. With the consent of Her Grace, I oversee the affairs of the Sultanate. Brave souls are few and far between in these times. I count my blessings when I find one. Her Grace invites you to join her at the coming banquet. I trust I will see you there.
An honor!
Huzzah! Indeed.
Come, hero!
Until then, for the sake of Her Grace and the glory of the Sultanate, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
I see another AoE attack and swift cast. Very important. By the 12 Komori, for an adventurer to receive a personal invitation from Her Grace is unprecedented. Seats at these banquets are offered only to the most distinguished individuals. You will be dining with some of the most influential people in Uldar. There are, of course, certain protocols that must be observed, but I have no authority on them. Fear not, however. Mistress Mumodi has long been responsible for familiarizing foreign guests with our customs. Pray return to the quicksand and speak with her. She will tell you all you need to know. Ah, wrong one. Welcome back, Komori, and congratulations on your invite to the big soiree. To be honest, I never imagined I'd be explaining these procedures to you. It's usually only foreign dignitaries who get to hear me prattle on and on about royal traditions. Any road, I know you're a busy woman, so I'll keep it short and sweet. In accordance with ancient custom, all guests to this banquet are required to wear a pair of ceremonial earrings, made specially for the occasion. They're meant to symbolize... Actually, forget about that. This was meant to be the short version, ahem. Being of a design unique to the occasion, the earrings serve as a security measure. The Sultan's Horn won't let you near the hall without them. Your set should be ready and waiting for you at the Goldsmiths Guild. Mistress Serendipity is expecting you, so you want to head down there now. Once you got them, bring them back here and we'll continue. I think before that, we'll call it a night. Let's say the banquet is scheduled for tomorrow, and our earrings will be ready by then. Until that time, we'll be staying in the inn, and I can finally go to bed myself. I think level 15 or so marks the end of the city-state specific quest line. I only did the questline for my main character in, what was it, the Black Shroud and Gridania. So I'm pretty unfamiliar with this side of things other than what I watched through the playlist that got me into Final Fantasy in the first place, which started out in this city as well. I have to admit I was actually a cutscene skipper for most of A Realm Reborn, so this is mostly new to me, but I did experience the story through the playlist that I mentioned before. The Let's Player that got me into the game. It's a little bit different seeing it through my own character, now that I'm actually taking the time to digest the story, being the one behind the controls rather than watching it in a Let's Play. The nice thing about these rooms is that once you log out and log back in, you'll get a nice cutscene of waking up from bed, allowing you to prime yourself for the adventure ahead. There's obviously no need to log out in these rooms, but I like to do it anyway. I think I'll try to end any sessions in these rooms or any equivalent room that I can. With that said, now is definitely the time to take a break.